it's MK, and I am here with the 31 days of cut files with MK and Janet layout for you guys today. And today is Wednesday, I want to say the 20th, and we are doing this adorable little lamp that was created by Janet. I loved it so much that I wanted to document about the little desk area that I work at when I do like all my designing and things for the shop. So I have this laser cut pieces from 49 and Market, and it's a wedding set, but the florals in here were just so gorgeous and neutral that I couldn't pass them up. I also have a scrap kit. Sorry, I'm losing my words today. But I have a scrap kit that I had put together way back in January, never used it. Actually, I think I used it once. But these are the leftovers. So I've got a Minte paper here that was from 2020, the Day by Day, I think is what that was called. Floral on one side and this gingham on the other side. I've got a Close to My Heart glitter paper right here. I love this glitter paper because it's almost like a rose gold. And then the adorable little lamp that I was telling you guys about. And then the green polka dots were actually from My Mind's Eye from one of the Lost and Found collections. Here are 3 photos of my little area. All happened to be decorated with a bunch of DIY projects that I have done over the years. And then from 2021, I have this Close to My Heart wood grain paper, and I'm going to use this side here instead of the side that looks like a basketball court. Well, actually, I don't really know, but it looked like a basketball court to me. And then the other side of the branding strip was actually a pattern print. So I'm going to set it on my desk just in case, but I don't know if I'll be using it or not. Just wanted to keep it handy. I'm going to trim down my photos, and then I'm going to go ahead and back the cut file. I wasn't sure if I should back the photos first or back the cut file, but I also need to see which side of the string or the cording of this lamp, which I think was a great touch by Janet, leaving that little cord on the lamp, because then you could put it on a desk or on top of something, and it looks like it's plugged in. You could have turned the light bulb on or anything like that. This was so adorable. So I'm going to use the scraps that I had to it's not matte. I keep saying matte, but back my cut file. And I thought that this little strip here was going to be all that I needed to back my my lampshade in, but instead I had to use this larger strip, but I wanted the larger strip also on my layout. So I'm going to cut off the ripped edge and then try to use the rest of it to matte or back. I keep saying matte. It's not matting. It's backing the cut file. And I loved this unique print on the back of the Lost and Found collection where it had the sewing machine, because then it gives my lamp a little bit almost like a marbled effect. But I'm going to turn my light bulb on first. And when I glue something to glitter, I have to hold it down quite a bit just to make sure that it's actually going to stick. And then that way the adhesive has a chance to adhere to some of those glitter pieces. The Close to My Heart glitter is definitely messy, but it's not as messy as some of those glitters. Like, you don't rub your hands on it and you get a whole bunch of glitter coming off. You get 1 or 2 flakes, but it does take a hot minute for the glue to adhere to all that. It's like a rough surface, right? So you want to make sure that you hold on to it for just a little bit. And then you can work with it. But I am also double gluing it down onto this pattern paper, so that way I make sure that it's, extra secure, even if I didn't hold onto it long enough. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out that print, and now I've got what looks like a design on my lamp, rather than trying to figure out all the different little pieces for all the little intricate elements that Janet has on her lamp. And then I'm going to go back to doing the shade. And at first I thought I was going to do the trim of the shade in the same green, but then I realized that it looks really good with the off-white. So I'm going to do the trim of my shade in off-white. And the print on the back underneath it was a sewing machine, had like a glittered border. It was very tiny, very microscopic, and I placed that border inside one of the rings of the base of the lamp, and then I'm also going to place a little bit more of that at the very top in the spindle of the lamp at the top of the shade. So that, just to give it a little bit of extra, something, but using the print within my within my grasp, right? Or the print that I picked out, not really having a clue what I was going to do. I was originally going to just use the off-white portion and not worry about having that design or anything, but putting it on, I really do like having that design in certain spots of the lamp. It just gives it a little bit of like I backed it with multiple papers when really I did not. I'm also going to use the rest of this glitter paper for my pictures. And when I went to cut the 3-inch picture, I wasn't really sure why I didn't cut the little corner bit that has the little piece I used for the light. I don't know what I was thinking, but in the end, it's all scraps anyways. So, and I am trying to use it all up so that way I can, not have the scraps, but it doesn't end up working. I do end up with a little bit of scraps left over, which is fine because I actually like this combination. I love the little glitter. I love the green polka dot, and I love these floral papers or floral paper from the Day by Day collection. It was just, it's a gorgeous floral because of that peachy pink color in it. That is one of my favorite colors, in all honesty, next to green and blue, by the way. But it is one of my favorite warm colors is peach. I do tend to gravitate towards the peachy color a lot, if I may say so. But I wanted to make this elegant, even though my pictures aren't elegant, my pieces aren't elegant, but I really wanted to make it look like it's a home decor piece, right? My layout looks like a home decor piece because that's what I'm talking about. Slowly but surely, I made the little cage that my lamps or my hanging lanterns are hanging from. So I made the hangers and the little cage, and then I put it's like a glass jar that has a design around it, and I frosted it just by putting white paint around it and then fairy lights inside, so that way I have that cute little fairy glow. And then of course I made the clock, applying the numbers and everything, and then the rub-ons around the base of the number. It's not completed yet. I do want to add a little bit of moss or something in there, and maybe possibly a snail, just to give it that look that it's sitting on the forest floor type of thing. And then, of course, my shelves that all my cute little foxes are sitting on, I made those as well, just so that way I had some sort of shelving to put up a couple of my favorite things. The fox is a local artist in the town that I live in, and she creates a fox almost every year, and I've collected them every time. So I've got my 3 little foxes for the last 3 years that she has been at our art fair in the park. And so that was kind of cute. And then I have a picture of my husband and I walking a trail up in Alaska in my last little DIY frame that I have. And the little tag, which is not really visible in the picture, but it's that little yellow bit in the lower left corner if you guys look at it. I don't know if I even show you a close-up of it or not, but that little tag represents the trees, and I collect those trees every time I go to a pinners conference with my best friend. And so again, I have a set of 3 because we've been 3 different times. And you can see the tassel for my kids' graduations. So in this picture, I only had the 1 because I took these pictures shortly after I hung my lanterns up. And then my son just graduated, so now I have 2 hanging right there. So that's going to be fun when I get it all filled up with my 5 kids. So it'll be fun. But yeah, I just really wanted to document this space. I have a screensaver that looks like I'm walking through a forest on my computer, and that just fills in the rest of the frames around my desk and whatnot. So it's just fun. It really is. The little piece that is behind the clock, I haven't quite put the clock up yet, and then I've taken pictures during the process. So the picture down at the bottom, I just hung up my shelves and put the things on the shelves. I've got a little garland that I actually sell in the shop, but mine is hanging up. So it's a DIY garland that has, I don't know, like mushrooms and acorns and leaves on it and whatnot. And then you decorate it with ribbon to make it look really full. And it is also fairy lights as well. So you just turn it right on and it has this nice soft yellow glow to it. And then I have another DIY shelf that holds like all the inks for my printers and things like that, that my clock sits on. So it's actually just a cute little getaway for me to look at while I am, sitting here in a space that makes me want to, or makes me need to sit here to get some jobs done. But then I can look up and the foxes make me smile. And the fact that I've made almost all the pieces kind of make me smile as well. Not kind of, but they do. And so, yeah, I wanted to document it just in case I ever change it up a little bit or decide that I don't want to do the forest theme anymore and then just replace the things on my shelves and move my foxes elsewhere. My foxes are supposed to be in frames, but I haven't gotten that far yet. So they're still in the little plastic. As you can tell, I'm in a hurry, but they are still in the little plastic that she delivers them in. So yes, that's another fun one. So anyways, I finished the layout. I am deciding on a title, and I think I want it to be called DIY Desk, just because I couldn't think of anything else to call it. I know I wanted to call out the fact that these are all DIY. I made all of these pieces on my own, bought the chains and figured out how I wanted my lanterns hung up, and I even have the remote control to turn my lamps on and off and whatnot. And so, yeah, I wanted the word DIY somewhere in there. And then I found these little alphas here that were the perfect minty color that were gifted to me at a retreat. I believe this set either came from Joni or Cindy. I don't remember. They both gave us Felicity Jane kits, and one of them had this alpha set in them. I did have to glue them down using liquid adhesive because they kind of curled up on the ends. But other than that, they turned out really super cute. And so I happen to like this little rememory just in case I do end up changing it out throughout the years. Or if my space moves or whatever, and I end up moving my computer, but the space stays the same. Something like that. Who knows? All right, you guys. So that is what I have done with Janet's adorable little lamp for today. I hope that you guys go and check out the playlist down below for anybody else that is playing along with 31 Days of Cut Files. And also, too, don't forget to check out Janet Fritz's channel, who is Galaxy Girl Creations here on YouTube. Because she is my co-partner. I mean, she's my partner in creating all of these cut files. I could not do this without her. So please go and check her channel out and give her some love as well. All right, you guys, again, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really, truly appreciate it. And I will check you guys all later. Bye.